Hello. Our Advent carol this morning is O Come, Emmanuel. Uniquely in this series, we're going to be revisiting this carol again tomorrow. It's full of such rich Christmas fare for us. The text of this ancient carol in Latin has a prehistory dating back more than 1200 years, making it one of the oldest in this series. It's a true Advent carol, reflecting the hopes of the people of God in the Old Testament, who were waiting for the coming Messiah. These hopes were all fulfilled in Jesus, who was called, among other things, Emmanuel, God with us. Some of the references in this otherwise familiar carol are obscure to many people who might sing it in an Advent carol service. And I've chosen two of these to focus on over the next 2 days. References to Jesus as the Key of David tomorrow, and the Dayspring from on high today. The mention of the Dayspring from on high in the third verse of O Come, Emmanuel is from Zechariah's song, known in Latin as the Benedictus, in Luke 1:78. At least that's what it says in the King James Bible, translated in 1611. In modern translations, the Dayspring from on high is the rising sun from heaven in the New International Version, or the sunrise in the ESV, the one who will give light to those living in darkness. However we translate it, in the context of the Benedictus, it's clearly a poetic reference to Jesus, Zechariah's nephew. But exactly which hope in the Old Testament does this sunrise reflect? There's lots of light and darkness imagery in the Bible. Isaiah 9, for example, has the darkness, the land of the shadow of death, and there's also the image of the sun of righteousness rising with healing in its rays in Malachi 4. These images feature in other devotions in this series, but neither of them is the precise idea behind the Dayspring. In fact, the word translated the rising sun, Dayspring, in Zechariah's song is the same word as the branch in the Septuagint. Now that's the Greek translation of the Old Testament that the Jews of Jesus' day were familiar with. Jesus isn't just the rising sun, he's the branch that springs out from David's family tree. And the old-fashioned English word dayspring rather nicely captures the ambiguity, which is almost certainly intentional on Zechariah's part, and Luke the writers too. For that reason, it's a bit of a shame that we lose it in most modern translations. The branch, or dayspring, is an Old Testament title for the coming Messiah. In the book of Zechariah, now this time confusingly not Jesus' uncle Zechariah, but the Old Testament prophet of the same name, chapter 6, God speaks these words to the high priest Joshua, or in Greek, Jesus. Here is the man whose name is the branch, or dayspring, and he will branch out from this place and build the temple of the Lord. It is he who will build the temple of the Lord, and he will be clothed with majesty, and will sit and rule on his throne, and he will be a priest on his throne, and there'll be harmony between the two. And in Jeremiah chapter 23, we find these words, The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will raise up for David a righteous branch, or dayspring, a king who will reign wisely and do what is just and right in the land. In his days, Judah will be saved, and Israel will live in safety. This is the name by which he will be called, the Lord, our righteous Saviour. Jesus, the branch, Jesus, the dayspring, fulfills these promises of God in the Old Testament. The coming days prophesied by Jeremiah truly came when Jesus was born, and Uncle Zechariah recognized them, and that's what got him singing. Jesus is the Lord, our righteous Saviour. By his light our darkness is dispersed as he comes to be Emmanuel, God with us, not to judge, but to save. The darkness has not overcome him. It never will. But until the day breaks and the shadows flee, until the day dawns and the morning star rises in our hearts, we can sing with saints of old. O come, thou dayspring from on high, and cheer us by thy drawing nigh. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice. Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel.